Hello, my name is Tobias Roßmann, and I'm responsible for all the electrical engineering and control technology here at Meckatzer Löwenbräu.
My name is Sascha Päßler. I was the project manager in charge of the new fermentation and storage cellar project in Meckatzer. The focus of the project was to automate the new fermentation and storage cellar. The plant consists of 30 fermentation and storage tanks, the yeast propagation system and the SIP system for cleaning. The project also involved transferring existing technological procedures of the old cellar to the new one.
We opted for ProLeiT again, after having had a good experience with them back in 2013, when replacing our old brewhouse control system with a ProLeiT process control system. At that time, we had to decide whether to stick with ProLeiT and update the system, or to switch to a different one. ProLeiT got the nod, because we really liked the whole setup. Then in 2016, it was the turn of our filter cellar. To ensure the adequacy and clarity of the overall operating concept, we once again went with ProLeiT. Everything went to plan, and when it came to constructing our new fermentation, storage and yeast cellar, the question of opting for a new provider never really arose, as we really wanted to work with ProLeiT again. Obviously, in the meantime, we've also got to know all the people involved better. And we also know that we can always rely on their help should it be required.
The initial project task was to upgrade the existing old server to the then current version 9.80. Commissioning took place in two stages. First, general commissioning of the new cellar, and then, 6 months later, commissioning of half of the yeast cellar. This opportunity was taken to further optimize the cellar and to carry out any improvements that had become apparent over the previous 6 months. Thanks to the system's scalability, we can now simply add tanks to the cellar without a great deal of programming.
ProLeiT also provided us with excellent support when subsequently optimizing the processes. This is extremely important, especially for various processes or in the process control system, as a lot of errors and problems only come to light during operation after commissioning. In these moments, it's important that we have someone to turn to who can help us and respond to our concerns quickly.
Since commissioning, we've continued to be in regular contact with the brewery and the operators. They either call us or get in touch online. If they have any concerns or questions, we take a look at the process together remotely. The Visio recorder of V9.80 makes easy work of detecting any problems. They can then be analysed easily online, and any changes can be carried out together. After commissioning, we retrofitted 1 or 2 valves remotely without having to directly access the plant, thereby improving its functionality.
The cooperation with ProLeiT couldn't have been better. We always had the comfort of being in good hands. If we had any questions, requests or concerns, they were always dealt with swiftly. And if necessary, we'd sit down and discuss what needed to be done differently, or what we wanted to change. That was always brilliant. The biggest benefit of using BrewMax is that we now have a complete process control system that ensures our entire beer brewing process, from brewhouse to filter cellar to fermentation cellar, runs on just one system. This allows us to train and deploy our staff more flexibly and easily at the various workstations, thanks to the overall clarity of the operating concept.
We also use our order list in the cellar. This means that cleaning is performed automatically on the weekends, without the need for an operator to start the process. All the operator has to do at the end is to come round and take a sample. But they don't have to be there to start the process. This obviously helps cut down on manpower and makes the process much more flexible.
Switching to the ProLeiT process control system and integrating a fully automated cellar also offers us considerable savings potential. For instance, we're able to save almost 50 metric tons of CO2 a year by optimizing our outputs, which can also be adjusted at a later date. Furthermore, we save almost 125 megawatt hours of electricity a year thanks to improved tank cooling and fermentation curves. And thanks to the optimized cleaning cycles and loops, we spend almost 20% less on cleaning agents over the year as a whole. And by automating the cellar, we've also managed to cut working time by about 300 hours a month. We plan to implement new projects with ProLeiT in the future. This year, following conversion of our fermentation and storage cellar, we've already installed a new CCT in our existing filter cellar control system with the help of ProLeiT. Over the next 3 years, we'll definitely be renewing our brewhouse, Lautertun and Fort boiling system, again in close collaboration with ProLeiT. We were completely satisfied with the work carried out by ProLeiT, and we've never once regretted the strategic decision to switch our entire system or our entire operations over to ProLeiT.